Hello, hello.
Huh?
I am back again with more Pillars of Eternity. Where we last left off, everybody got, or the caravan even, got attacked by some tribesmen. And then we managed to kill the leader of it, but then a bivouac came in and essentially wiped out everybody else and also stole their souls. So now we've escaped into that place, Kilantlis. We can even look at it, this is where we are, and that's where we were going to. That one's Defiance Bay. That one's where the Glyphathans kind of live. So they control all this kind of region and like look after the ruins. Dryford Village. Here's a place. But anyway, we try and leave the area. Oh, hello. A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show, though it is scaly flesh. Oh, show through its scaly flesh. I've not got any better at reading. But you recognize it as a Zarip. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. Raise your arms and hands still. The creature cocks its head and approaches you. A soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. Yeah. The creature sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. It steps back, resumes its defensive posture. Okay, we won't go that way.
Yeah.
We're not gonna kill a random creature, because why not? Ah, you can't use ASWD, you gotta use your keyboard.
Look at the tiles.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
What are those symbols?
Use your mouse, middle mouse button. Symbols on the ground. If you step on one of these dragon head things will shoot fire at you, and you'll burn to death. But we can just, that's where the Zarip was, and we just walked right around it. Crossbow. I might give you a crossbow, actually. Leather armor, Engwiffin relief gem, a torch, and a tattered journal. Let's read. This small folio is torn in several places, and blood has soaked in several of the sheets. One later entry is still legible, however. I can't believe my luck. A few rounds of dice and I got my hands on a genuine and Engwiffin artifact. The fellow who had it said it was pretty nothing as far as he was. Bloody hell. As far as he's concerned. He's not willing to go digging in some ruins, but if he's right about this gem, leading the hidden treasure, then that's why I'm sneaking past a few painted elves. I'll head to Kilantlis in the morning, then it's just a matter of finding this relief he was talking about. So this might be one of the
Wait.
looters. Oh,
Do you hear that?
I didn't actually. A Skulder. Kinda cool looking. Million creatures that dwell in caves in a total or near total darkness, as though they have poor vision, relying on the sense of hearing to navigate and find prey. Giant bats with like rat tails as well. And hairs and ears are to detect airflow, which is key to telling directions in an underground environment. They communicate through screeches and clicks, and use these vocalizations in a form of echolocation. Oh, well, Ness and Ray young together. Ah, that's nice. Anyway,
Yeah.
What you
that'd
need?
be good.
Huh?
Assuming there's not another one. Let's go. Absolutely destroyed. There we go, got some meat. There's a pot in here, there's an axe. A wall that we'll investigate in a bit. Although we might go that way first, actually. But if we go back to this dude, give Skulder meat to the creature. You produce a piece of Skulder meat from the pack and toss it to the ground, onto the floor. Floor, ground, same thing. The Zarib's nostrils flare at the scent of fresh meat, and his eyes dart between you and the food. Creeps towards the prize, shoving the spear into your grip, and snatching the meat with both hands at the last moments. Its gullet quivers as it devours the flesh in noisy chomps.
Yeah.
So he gave me his spear. I guess I kind of just took it off him because he was too busy eating the meat.
Huh?
Yeah, too busy eating the meat. He's just giving me his spear. That's a crossbow. Oh yeah, I didn't actually equip this pet as well.
Huh?
There we go. Miniature space pig. Giant miniature space piglet. That is a reference, obviously, to Baldur's Gate with Mink's miniature giant space hamster of Boo.
Those symbols. Just like the tiles.
Oh, just like the tiles. The murals must be urgent. Oh, sorry, I got a hiccups then. I'm dying. The colours are still bright and vivid. It shows a procession of griffins from all the Kith races. Amua, elf, all on dwarf and human. They walk among pillars similar to the ones that span the chamber, each one topped with flame. Kind of hinting that you can light these flames up. Maybe it does something, but there's another passage down here. Ooh, dead body. Oh, black ooze. Oh no!
Yeah.
Right, let's go find this thing. More about carnivorous mold. Feeds off ambient bacteria, fungi, small insects. Spitting corrosive enzymes to break down the flesh and armor. So that's what's kind of annoying about them, is that they spit at you to kind of long range.
How can I help?
Ah, of course it's two. Excellent. You fight that one then. That one's flanked. This one's not flanked. This one is flanked. Cool.
Huh?
You can see that black ooze is kind of just leaking out of everywhere. Dead guy. Polo. Or Polax.
Yeah.
Where'd that slime come from?
Could be from this crying wall thing. Viscous slick or something dark and tar-like runs down the wall. This wall. The shapes and bulges and ooze suggest that something lies beneath it, but you can't tell what. We should use our water skin to clean up the ooze. You rinse the ooze away, revealing an intricate relief of a man's face. The sunburst surrounding it has chipped away in places, but the detail of his head, from the tight curls of hair to the ridges of his pointed ears, still showcase remarkable craftsmanship. One eye is empty, a gem fills the other. Oh, we picked up a gem before. The chamber begins to rumble. Stray rocks dance across the tile floor. Finally, a large section of the wall gives way. And there's another ooze.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't attack me. There we go. We've got the minor cloak of protection that will give to me. Amethyst and an Ardra, which are those big green rocks here that you can chip away and use to upgrade your weapons and stuff like that. Increases my fortitude, reflex, and will. So that's all. That looks cool, actually. That's all your defensive stats being upgraded there. There's only a minor one. You can find better ones later on. Oh yeah, we need to do this. So if you're a fire god, like, you can just light the braziers just from being on fire. But we have to use our torch. Light up all the different ones. Braziers about. as we can see, the floor now shows the path that we can take and the path that is dangerous. We're gonna go to this wall though. Waldo, where's Waldo?
That looks weak. Could be a shortcut.
Could be. You can use the hammer and chisel to weaken the wall, or we can just push in the wall. If I try and push in it. But with all my might, hint there, it does not give. But Kalisha has a ton of might. So, if you have a might to succeed, you can push down this wall.
I could scout ahead.
Oh, might be
See
too
what's
late.
around the corner.
I was going to show you how to stealth, but it's already too late.
I could scout ahead. See what...
There's 3 of the fuckers.
It's around the corner.
Ah, stunned. That's okay. Kalisha killed that one. We'll carry on attacking this one. Cool, cool, cool. BC progress, 100% of the Skulder Whelp. So, next time we encounter one and do that thing where we get to look at the encyclopedia of it, it should tell us a lot more about the creature.
Fresh air in here. I think we found an exit.
Right,
Sounds like the storm path, too.
How can I help?
So, if we look at his stealth is 2, compared to everybody else is 0. So if we hit Alt,
Be quiet.
I think I did this before with the camp. Actually, can't remember. But you can just scout ahead a bit and see what's going on. But you can see this little eye starts filling up. Yellow means that they're kind of noticing me. And once it gets to red, they'll come and investigate where I am, and they're most likely just going to find you. So you can use this just to scout ahead. And because we're using this to scout ahead... Nope. We can do stuff like this when we recruit our crossbow. You can see the range of it.
Keeping quiet.
Try and scout ahead too, but we're not really designed for it. I just pressed the wrong button. Excellent. Does not matter.
What you need?
How can I help?
Oh, well, that's annoying. Because they weren't noticing him right away because they were more concerned about my character, I was hoping to get like a sneak attack. But it's fine. Because he just made it explode.
Right.
Now we're on the other side of the bridge.
Do you feel that? There's a draft coming through that wall. I don't hear any sign of that storm either.
There's a draft. Fuck. No, 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 no. Whoa. Go through this wall. Anyway, you gotta see what a trap looks like when you step on it. Which I've not done in a very long time. It also gives you a wound now. So I've got severe burns. I take, oh, I'm not even moving the mouse when it does that. A -2 to my dexterity and my -8 to damage reduction against burn. So burn damage now does an extra 8 damage to me, which is crazy. Not good. Not good at... Oh. Let's have everybody stealth up.
How can I help?
How do you go in the middle to see what we can see? 3 spiders, 2 spiderlings. Oh! Sorry for anybody who has arachnophobia. Very brave, or very foolish, so particularly members of the Fangs have traditionally fought them for sparring practice. And then we got the matriarch here, which is the same description. A spear spider. A famished spear spider, so this one's a bit weaker actually. What I wanted to try and do before was equip my crossbow. Nope! Equip my crossbow. Use my flame of devotion attack with my crossbow. because this is a pretty good way just to get like a opening attack. No idea if I hit. Yep, there we go. It grazed for 8 piercing damage. Not amazing, but whatever. You're still in stealth. Knock this one out. Bush. Hey, there we go.
Huh?
We got a spider leg. Batter's largest chickens are strung again in the web. Gross. We got a rapier and a bloodstone. And there's a dead dude over here who's got a helmet, so our character can't equip helmets. And I don't think they actually offer any sort of like defensive property anyway. Yeah, they don't do anything. You can get helmets later on that give you bonuses, but regular helmets don't do anything, so you may as well sell them for whatever. Whew, and we're outside. Cool. Older robed man. 4 figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus. An ancient structure of chiseled ardra and metallic veins. Ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colourless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands among them. A thick grey beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions that jut out like wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book.
A lot of nouns there. Key, the queen that was, an oathbinder.
Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth, and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
Okay. And then Bioak comes back at the same time. For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then, all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision, and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land, and pain wells in the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into a black, unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place. Another time, you stand in a circular room, grand and domed. Its walls lined with ardra and trimmed with copper. That's copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end of the pillar of ardra pierces the floor from below. Its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depths. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the ones you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts and your are yours and not yours. You seem to exist before you think them. You seem to exist before you think them. And they are all questions, pressing questions, troubling questions. Questions that must be answered or something happened to everybody's souls. At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick grey beard. I need to move this hand. In ceremonial robed, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress of the same headdress that we saw the other man wearing. You know this man, you're walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. And then we wake up. You awaken to find your malice is broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, so if I'd be quiet. You're gonna hear tiny little whispers, like a ring in your ears that does not subside. Move it flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no signs of wherever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tick. If this is a sickness, it must be dangerous to go out with treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. We saw him walk away. Heoden and Kalisha lie bloody on uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You're alone and far from help. Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. And we leveled up, and we're tired. Critical fatigue. Minus 30 accuracy, which is devastating, and a minus 50 to maximum endurance, so we do need to sleep. Sadly, they're dead. Bye-bye. Oh, man, I yawned. Oh! So we can see somebody. What are these called? I don't remember what the actual name of it is. I can apparently attack it though. I think that's just because I hit the wrong button. And the whisper's still whispering around us as well. If we poke in front of this dude, we get some vessel flesh. Flesh of the vessel. Ah! We gotta rob everybody. We got two there. Nice. Someone had a. Is it a pie or a steak or something like that? Looks to be some sort of woman. Bye bye. Oh, she's still there. The massive structure is formed of stone, argor, and copper, and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it is vibrates with unusual energy. This person should have already disappeared, so I don't know why they haven't. Oh, there we go. Got a few more things to loot, and then we will level up for the first time and rest. We're going to pick what skills we want to advance this level. I think every 3 levels you upgrade like a paladin skill. So you can either lock a new class move, or you can pick a different talent or something like that. We are going to put 2 into athletics, 2 into survival. Ideally, we want to get 7 in survival so we get this damage reduction bonus again. Yeah, no class unlocks, but we get to pick a talent. So the ones with the crown are all to do with being a paladin. So Enduring Flame is an upgrade to Flame of Devotion, where we do 50% of the damage over a 10-second period, which is pretty okay. The intensity of a paladin's faith deepens, granting them increased defense bonus to faith and conviction. So the more I am or was the gold pack knight one stoic and rational, the bigger this deflection and all of the defense bonus increases. You can pick this one, so even if you do negative things, like if we're passionate or aggressive, that's a bad thing for a gold pack knight. It does not matter, negating the reputation and negatively influences faith and conviction. This one just increases your damage of your flame of devotion, and then all these ones here are, I guess, like mini upgrades from the other classes. So veteran recovery, we restore. Wow, look at the letters there. Why is it doing that? Thank you. Free endurance for 58 seconds. The base is 45. Where actual fighters will get a bigger bonus than that. We get wounding shot. Novice suffering. We do a bit more on-arm damage. I don't know why we'd ever pick that. The best one here is probably sneak attack. Just so we get that little bonus whenever somebody is flanked or anything like that, or they are suffering from a debuff, we get to get a bit more range damage and a bit more melee damage. Melee. Oh, and the frenzy is pretty good as well. We just attack faster. And we increase our might and constitution at the expense of our defense for deflection here, and our health. We can't see how much health we have. These ones we get to pick a weapon set that will increase our accuracy, so we will be doing this one day. So Poleaxe, S-Stock, Flail, Wand and Warbow. So if we want to use that Poleaxe that we had before and this Flail, not a bad shout. If you want to be a knight, it's a battle axe, sword, morning star, and a crossbow. Also not a bad shout. Noble, probably won't be picking noble. Soldier, greatsword, pike, warhammer, arbalest, and arquebus. Again, pretty good. Greatsword and the warhammer is probably what we're going to be picking. And then, obviously, if we ever need to do any rage damage, which might never be. One-handed style, 50% of hits crits, so if you want to be a two-handed fighter, you can increase your dual wielding. If you want to have focus more on your great sword and stuff like that, you can do 15% more damage. Same with defensive ones here, weapon and shield style. Increase our deflection when we're using shields, which we always will be. And the shield deflection also applies to reflex, so that's a pretty good bonus to us there. And hold the line as well, probably something that we'll be picking up. Increases the amount of enemies we can be engaged with. Where if we're engaged with 3 enemies and one of them tries to run away, we get an attack of opportunity against them, and we do a bit of damage just to try and run away. These ones here reduce damage to burning, but you also do 20% burning damage. Pretty good for a paladin, since a lot of their damage comes from burn damage. And also just like other abilities that are kind of fine. Anyway, we're going to pick Deep Faith just for all the defense bonuses, because that will be super nice for us right now. There we go.
Huh?
Click this button here to set up a camp. So we can pick any of these. We only have these 3 obviously, but we're going to do damage reduction and have a little rest. Right, so we just rested. We can set off on our adventure. We can only do that one more time, because on hard we only get 2 camp supplies instead of the usual 6. 4. I'm looking at 6 hours, that confused me. So we're going to go to the Valewood. 6 hours to the Valewood. We've never been here, so we don't know what the map looks like. Oh, a camp supply. Excellent. We essentially just gotta keep on heading south. Ghosts. We can see a bunch of ghosts running around. Alright, we follow it over here. It's a young wolf. See how much health it has. 46 endurance. All of his attributes here. We don't know what abilities it has, and we don't know what damage it kind of has either. There's graze. Boom. Fuck you, wolf. A little bit of an explore. We're not going to explore fully because we're on our own. So we have a massive disadvantage to anything. There's a cave here. We're not going to go in there. Danger, danger. We might have a quick save. We might try this fight though. Let's get our crossbow out.
Keeping quiet.
See, there's a Zarip there. Zarips are wilders. I think I said before, when looking at the Boreal Dwarf, I think it was, that wilders are animals. They aren't beasts or animals. Wilders are just other creatures like Zarips that live in the wild, essentially. Like we're Kith, they're wilders. Anyway, we'll shoot this guy with our crossbow. 10 damage. Hey. Taking a bit of a beating, but we're totally fine so far. There we go, leave one's dead. We can use second wind if you really want to heal a bit. There we go. But now we just have to sit here and watch, because we don't have any flames of devotion left. And we're the only party member, so we can't exactly flank this dude. Hey. Got a bunch of tongues, some shields.
Yeah.
There's a dead person here. Hat, quarterstaff lockpick, and silver lucille. Lucy?
Yeah.
There is another 2 encounters down here, but they can be pretty hard. So we're just going to ignore it. I can see more ghosts. So our character now sees ghosts. Camp supplies. I don't think we can pick them up though, because we don't have enough space. Totally fine. Nonton.
Welcome.
This man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his cap in a quick, jerky movements. He looks up as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he says, a little breathlessly. On your way south, is it? He wipes his brow, tending to face you. The sooner you clear out these woods, the better, I think. So we can be a bit honest here. Our caravan was attacked. Never mind, words are strange. Only passing through. I mean to reach Grilled and fail. We'll be honest. Our caravan was attacked. Hard luck. I'm sorry to hear it. You should be fine from here. There's no missing the veil if you keep to the road, and you haven't far to walk. But you'll want to keep clear of this place after that. We were just attacked north of here. Me and a friend of mine. We came out here to hunt some deer. Came up a bear instead. Great monstrous thing, and purely he didn't make it. I don't know how I'll tell his wife. In any case, the forest already cost me my friend. I'm heading home before it takes everything. Who are you? Name's Nonton, born and raised in Gilded Vale. How I had a spot of luck since his face twists. Luckier than pearly, I suppose. In any case, the forest already cost me my friend and him over same dialogue. Happened to you, friend? We didn't see it coming. Nonton's voice shakes a little as he speaks. We were following a stag. Peely, he saw something in the brambles, and we went tearing after it. We all stumbled into the beasts will take what they will, I suppose, he smiled sadly, and this time Galawain's favour fell upon the bear, Galawain being a god. I think it's like the god of nature and animals and stuff like that. Where did you find this bear? In a cave, the cave that we was at. Away up that way, he turns to points to the northwest. I wouldn't seek it out if I was you. It was a great brute of a beast. Would hate to hear that took another's life.
Yeah.
Anyway, to Gilded Vale. 8. Oh, wow. That yawn came out of nowhere. Bloody hell. Anyway. It said it was like a short walk, but that's 8 hours. It was a shorter walk to the bloody ruins. An 8-hour walk. Oh. Gilded Vale, nighttime. Nice. Nice decorations.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
He glances at a gnarled, leafless monstrosity of a tree next to him. Did you welcome everyone this way? Are you mad? No wonder this place is half empty. Like half the town's like hung. Do you welcome everyone this way? The only hands he hears the buzzing of flies from the tree.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
So when we were doing the character creation, it did say that godlikes can't have kids. So it's kind of stupid that he's asking us that question. Because it's like, well, no, of course we haven't. Like, we can't. But I'm going to refuse to answer. I'm going to be apparently a stoic. Fuck you.
That kind of surliness will get you nowhere in Gilded Vale. Lord Raderick has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village. And to him, no answer at all is as good as an admission of guilt.
Kind of... Everyone's like super worried about bringing in this disease. That they're asking people if they ever get kids, or I guess they're not even worried about the disease. They're all kind of like hoping that maybe if I did have one and it didn't come out Hollowborn, they would be like, oh, sick, come have a bunch of kids, because obviously you're not cursed.
I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head over so slightly towards the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radrick's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
very accommodating from this urgent or urgent. I don't know. He said something about Hollyborn and Wyron's legacy. He blinks. I forgot that you foreigners didn't have this curse in your homelands. The Hollyborn have been a scourge upon the Direwood for almost 15 years now. Children born without souls, so for 15 years they haven't had any kids. Oi! That can talk or eat or do anything because they haven't got any souls at all. He shakes his head. Pitifully dumb things that breathe, barely, but do not truly live. Some say Hollow-Bonds are a disease. Some they are a punishment from the gods. He raises his empty hands. In truth, no one knows, but it began spreading after the Saints' War, and so the name Wyden's legacy stuck in honor of that fool blasphemous pretender. We'll find out a bit more about Wyden later, but Wyden was essentially someone who said that he was a god. Some people believed him, some people didn't. He went on his massive crusade, and he got murdered by being blown up. Lord Redrick's decree may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilden Vale understands our rules. Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near some ruins. He regards you carefully. You'll want to mind where you mention that trespassing in Griffin ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People try anything these days. Berith, have mercy. We certainly have. Berith is the god of death, so we're maybe kind of like linked to that as well because we're a death god like. I don't think so. Just as they finished, there was a bivouac. He polishes his spectacles and his sleeves. I'm sure if you had been that close to a bivouac, you wouldn't be standing here. Kind of am. Like, not everybody dies. Why would you not believe me? I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with a bivouac. Is there someone in town who can help me out?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radrick, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
That is very true.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Coolio. Thank you and fuck you.
Keep out of...
Oh.
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
Urgent looks out towards the east, his expression unreadable. He blinks slowly and turns his attention to you.
3 bells toll only for the death of a Radrick. I fear Lord Radrick's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
Don't threaten me, bitch boy. What do you mean? It came out as at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Berith must be redoubled. He sets a steady gaze on you. What happened? He shrugs one bony shoulder. I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps, but it is not your concern. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can't be sure of nothing right now. I advise you get some rest. The inn or a stable for all I care. Find me afterward. I will know more soon. Okay. So the king has been hanging people who are either cursed, maybe they've had hollowbone kids themselves, or they mentioned the Animancer, who are kind of soul scientists, I guess you could say. Like they research souls and they know about them, and they were trying to use an Animancer to maybe cure the hollowbone curse, but it didn't work, so they hanged her. Anybody else, who knows why they've been hanged? Doesn't really matter. Who's this guy? Talk to him later. Things are bound to get worse now. They can't possibly get any worse. Bear a spell. Ooh. You see 4 people gathered by the door of the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
We don't need your coin. Say nothing. One of the men glares at a blooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. You got a lot of gall mocking us on your own village. In our own village, even. We don't take ill treatments from foreigners, especially not Edians.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
The second man thrusts his chin at the elf. He stinks of sour ale.
Why, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
Oh.
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
We've nigh crawl.
That's where you're wrong.
The elven woman draws a blade. Oh no. Diplomatic? We could be a bit diplomatic. Would you rather be inside drinking and arguing out here? I don't think attacking him is such a... I'm just going to say this one. I don't think attacking him is a good idea. And why is that? He's searching for something, and since it's not the rapier at his side, is either a wand or a throwing dagger. And you don't look ready to deal with either. If someone's baiting you, as obviously he is, he's generally wisest to walk away. This will end badly. We'll do intellect. They look at each other. One of the men gives the other two a warning shake of his hands before turning to you. We're done for now, but this one better watch his step around here, because we're not going anywhere. With a final scowl at the elf, he turns to leave. Run away, ah! As the three stumble away, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
You're welcome. He gives a quick smile. Courtesy is a rare pleasure in these parts, as is the company of a fellow countryman. I don't know how you would know that. He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath is sturdy and fine.
I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Alof Corvisor, at your service.
Hello, Alof. I hope that didn't make any noise and I was scratching my arm. And I remember in the last part I did, every time I did do that, you could hear it in the background. So I need to keep an eye on that, actually. How did you manage to get stuck here? He laughs uncomfortably. That is a long story.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and
Oh.
an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I am grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land.
I touched the fucking wire again on my headphone, for God's sake.
And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was travelling with a caravan, but we were separated near the
In
ruins.
Griffin Ruins? Oh, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. And half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
I ain't gonna tell you. I've only just met you. Remain silent. A slow smile creeps across his face. A man must have his secrets very well. What are you doing in Gilded Vale?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
Literally the same thing happened. I'm experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. And he has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
Indeed. Nods to the old tree in the centre of the town. His darting glance takes in the tumble-down buildings and the fallow rock-strewn fields. I expect that such expertise would be sought elsewhere. So how come you managed to cross those three drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
You did tell that one man to go fuck his sister. He said a rather lewd suggestion regarding one of the aggressors and his old sister. Ah, that, he clears his throat and adjusts his sleeves. As I try to tell him, they misheard me. It happens too easily around these after a few pints. And the accent doesn't help. I heard literally the same thing, I was just stood right here. For a moment, it looks as if he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief, but before he can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lip so hard you expect to see blood. Finally, his face relaxes and shakes his head. I should speak more clearly next time. My apologies. You don't exactly look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you.
Fair enough.
Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places. How
Anyway.
should I, given recent events? It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
Yes, sure, let's go.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Hey, Alof, the first Part2
Yes?
member. He is a wizard, wood elf from Adir. 16 intellect. I'm about the same intelligence as him, actually. That's cool. If you go look at his inventory, he's got his grimoire, which has all sorts of different spells that you apply to these different levels here. So he's got Many Letters, Minor Missile, Alchemy's Dazzling Light, Kalakov's Sunless Grasp, and Fan Flames. We might give you, instead of Fan Flames, was it a double? No, we'll do that. Essentially, wizards have to have a grimoire at all times, and you can either have more than one and just change to when you want to equip him, because they can. Obviously, wizards get like a huge assortment of spells, so they probably will need more than one book just to know what's what. Anyway, let's go on here. We are in the Black Hound Inn. we're gonna rest, and then I might stop recording for a bit. Some shit over there to steal, actually. Berries and wheat. Even that's not stealing. Nice. Oh, a scroll. So you can use scrolls. I can't use scrolls. My law's not good enough. Alef should be able to, right? Yeah. Scrolls are spells or priest moves or anything like that that you can use as an expendable thing. Pretty good. People like this are, I believe, backers and Kickstarter backers for when the game first came out, and they got their own unique characters put into the game. Anyway, we're starting to Pasca, and we'll rest. Greetings and welcome to the Black Hound Inn. Please sit where you like. Would you like a drink or a room? We have 2 available at the moment. I'm afraid we can't offer much of a way of a good meal today, unless you're fond of a cold porridge. You only serve porridge? Irv looks at you and shakes his head quickly. It isn't by choice, I assure you. We used to serve some of the finest meals in the Deerwood. We had a damnable run of luck is all. It's been a bad season for crops and we're running low on supplies. I sent 10 Frith up north to stock up. 10 Frith's a cook, you see, an artist with a good roast. But it's been days since his supposed return and we haven't seen any sign of him. She sighs again. I've only just taken over from the last owner myself. I don't know what I'll do if he doesn't turn up. I can help you find him. Her face brightens. Really? I'd be grateful if you did. He was travelling through the Vale, but that's the place where we just were. It's probably nothing a broken wheel, maybe, but I do worry. You see him safely back home. I think everyone in here would sing your praises. Nobody much likes my porridge. Oh, that's a shame. We'll hire somebody later. I could use reliable help. Do you know anybody looking for work so we can hire somebody and make a character from scratch, like we did with our character as a mercenary? We're gonna just get a room and of course we'll keep it nice and tidy. So we've got this much gold. If we sleep at the labourer's rest, we get a +1 to our perception, +1 to our mechanics, which is pretty good. If we sleep in a Diamond's Pride, we get +2 to our resolve, which is great because that brings our resolve to 20. So that's really, really good. We're just going to sleep in the common room because it's free. We can recruit a level 1 adventurer for 250 gold, which we'll do later. We can buy camping supplies and beer and sell some stuff as well. We can retrain our characters, say we don't like, or I could pick a different move. I can spend 250 gold. This price increases as you level up as well, but obviously by then we'll have so much money we can do it whenever we want. We can also change the party members. Right now we only have these 2, so we can't do much there. But anyway, common room. Cozy. Your sleep is restless and fevered. Assault. Whoa, let me start again. Your sleep is restless and fevered. Assaulted by hisses and whispers. I gotta use this mouse to read it. Maybe I'm a bit dyslexic. Blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken. You find yourself in front of the Gilded Vale's gallows tree. The creaking of its ropes growing loud in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman, whose face had shriveled inward like a moulding fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind, until she is mere inches from your face. Ah! Scary. Suddenly her head snaps up and her eyes open. They are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air she speaks a word. Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. How shit is that? You have a dream about someone stinking, and you still remember the stink when you wake up. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. You called her an animancer. Though it fills you with a new queasy apparition, you feel a strange compulsion to save this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Boom. Right, we'll call it a day there for now. I don't even know how long I've been recording for. It must be a while. I know I recorded for like an hour last time, but we've only just got to Gilded Vale, so I might record later on today and see what happens there. Anyway, thank you anybody who's watching. I will see you in the next video.